Tensions in Gaza continue to rise as ceasefire moves further and further away.
The war is causing tension here at home as college campuses are experiencing protests nationwide. CSUF News starts now.
Hello and welcome to CSUF News, a student production at California State University, Fullerton. My name is Kyle McCarran.
And I am Jonathan Mansour.
In today's newscast, tensions in Gaza continue to rise with the recent Israeli attack on Hamas as the ceasefire hangs in the balance. 22 people were killed in the southern Gaza city of Rafah overnight into Monday by Israeli airstrikes. 6 women and 5 children were killed, including a baby that was just 5 days old. Despite this deadly attack, Israel still has yet to launch ground offensive attacks on Rafah, a city that is home to 1.4 million Palestinians. However, even as Israel has reportedly offered Palestine a ceasefire, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu doubled down Tuesday, saying, "We will enter Rafah and we will eliminate the Hamas battalions there, with or without a deal, in order to achieve the total victory." The total death toll in Palestine has now reached over 34,000.
This war has caused widespread unrest, with its impact being felt all over the world, and currently it is being felt especially in the U.S. college system. UCLA has canceled its classes Wednesday after a pro-Palestinian protest on Tuesday night turned violent. Around 11 p.m., over 100 pro-Israel protesters arrived at the UCLA barricade and violence ensued. The sides fought for nearly 3 hours, which included fireworks being thrown from the pro-Israel protesters into pro-Palestinian encampments. This comes just moments after 120 arrests were made during a protest at Columbia University, and nearly a week after University of Southern California canceled its main graduation ceremony due to protests on its campus. Over 1,000 total arrests have been made on U.S. college campuses following these pro-Palestinian protests and encampments.
Campus safety is under threat not just from protests, but also from increasing interactions with suspicious church groups. I've spoken with several individuals who have encountered these groups. There's been an increase in reports from students here at California State University, Fullerton about experiences with suspicious church groups. Our investigation revealed that this has not been just a recent issue here for students at the Cal State University Fullerton campus. This has actually been plaguing students here for quite some time.
My freshman year at Cal State Fullerton, I unknowingly got recruited to be a part of a group. I was introduced to them via a friend, went to a lot of their quote-unquote studies, ate pizza with them, and did a whole bunch of fun stuff, you could say.
Here are just some of the over 20 reports from students in just the last 2 months that include predatory and aggressive behavior, direct threats, offers to take students off campus immediately, and verbal personal attacks.
Until about 4 to 5 people rushed us, put their hands on us, and tried to physically remove us from the park. The leader threatened to stalk us back to our houses, to stalk us back to places of worship that we attend, even so far as having people follow us to our car to try to write down the license plate of the vehicle that we drove in there.
Awesome Church and the Fellowship are the 2 names for the one group that is common across these reports. Our investigation revealed members are forced to sign NDAs and have a 55-page tactics and recruitment handbook.
There's a lot of red flags asking me to leave my house, to live with them communally, to start participating, giving my money, a lot of it, almost all of it, to them. And, the idea that everyone else is just going to burn, even people I love. The first question I would ask is, are you a part of a club here or are you not? And resistance or hesitancy to answer such a simple and basic question, that's a really big warning sign.
If you want to report a suspicious or threatening interaction you had on campus, you can contact the non-emergency line for campus police. For students experiencing an immediate danger or threat, contact 911. We also suggest that you take advantage of the blue emergency poles on campus if they're nearby. We hope that you guys are able to stay safe on the Cal State Fullerton campus, and we'll continue to update you as our investigation continues. This has been Kyle McCarran, CSUF News.
The raising of tuition can also be leading directly to another prevalent issue among college students, mental health. Here's Justin Rosette with more.
Mental health among students on college campuses is a recently developing issue that only seems to be getting worse by the year.
Here at Cal State Fullerton and other Cal State universities, students are struggling with mental health diseases such as stress, anxiety, and depression now more than ever.
Cal State Fullerton sophomore Michaela Wagner reflects on why she thinks students are struggling mentally.
heavy class loads that a lot of students get, plus the tuition. If it's because it's a heavy commuter school too, I think that a lot of people are kind of forced to pay a lot for gas and tuition, and even if they live here too, for housing.
The American College Health Association surveyed 54,000 undergraduate college students of different backgrounds in a 2022 study. According to the study, nearly 80% of students experienced some sort of psychological distress, 54% felt lonely, and 30% had suicidal behavior. Sophomore Jaden Robinson thinks that the understaffing of counselors is contributing to the low mental health of students.
But I am also aware that, most campuses do offer some form of mental health services, but I think many of them are lacking in the sense that they don't have enough therapists available for, large student populaces.
Here, Robinson is alluding to an increasingly large problem for CSU campuses in which, as of 2022, 12 of the 23 schools had over 1,500 students per one counselor. As for how students are holding up in the meantime, they are finding ways around campus to keep their mental health strong.
They have a lot of resources like doggy therapy, they have a lot of stuff with CAPS, and I roller skate here all the time too, so that it helps me having an open space where I can do that.
The CFA, or California Faculty Association, is working on hiring more counselors to be able to assist more students.
In the meantime, students on college campuses like Cal State Fullerton have resources like the Titan Wellness Center behind me in case of medical emergencies. From Fullerton, California, Justin Rosette, CSUF News.
Coming up next, we have the latest on the bill to ban TikTok,
as well as the rise in tuition for Cal States. Stay with us.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said
make it big.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger, the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to CSUF News.
At California State Universities, students are expected to face significant financial challenges over the next 5 years due to increasing tuition fees. Alette Saturnino reports on the impact of these tuition hikes.
California State University students are expected to face a new significant financial challenge over the next 5 years. The tuition for CSUs will gradually rise up to nearly 35%, officials report. The increase is expected to begin in the fall semester of 2024. Many students are already beginning to face the struggle with the current CSU tuition prices.
I'm really worried about how I'm going to afford tuition for the next semester. I can't believe I have to do this for 2 more years. The increase can make things really hard on my family and I.
FAFSA financial advisors state that it is essential for students to look into grants and scholarships alongside jobs to further support their budget for tuition. Officials report that the increase will generate nearly $150 million in revenue during the first year and nearly $900 million in 5 years. Although the CSU Board of Trustees will benefit from this, students are left struggling and worried over how they will manage their money plans.
So I just recently had a job, recently got a job, and this has been helping my tuition, not by a lot because I've been working many hours to only get $16 an hour.
Not only has the financial aid decision caused worries for current and future students, but has also added to the stress of parents paying for tuition.
Right now, tuition fees are very expensive. As a parent, we struggle to keep up on the increase on the tuition fees.
Many parents are already the primary sources of funding students' tuition for Cal State universities, so the increase heavily affects parents as well. As the debate over increasing CSU tuition continues to arise amongst financial conversations, both students and parents are left wondering how they will be able to manage and afford the cost of higher education. Fullerton, California, this is Alette Saturnino at CSUF News.
Thanks, Alette. It is indeed a challenging time for our students.
Now, moving on to the entertainment update with Gavin Sanders. What do you have for us, Gavin?
For TikTok fans, here's the latest update. Congress has approved a bill to ban the social media app, and now it awaits President Biden's signature. ByteDance, the Chinese company that owns TikTok, was initially given just 6 months to sell its U.S. operations. After negotiations, that deadline has been extended to 9 months. If a sale is already underway, ByteDance will have an additional 3 months to finalize it. While TikTok, used by over 170 million Americans, may not vanish from your phones immediately, it could soon disappear from app stores, preventing new downloads. Despite the potential ban, experts note that teenagers adept at bypassing restrictions might still find ways to keep using the app. Country music's biggest festival of the year showcased another highlight year in Coachella Valley, with multiple headliners showcasing the set list. The 3-day festival that took place over the weekend of April 26th through 28th featured nearly 50 of the country's top artists, including headliners Morgan Wallen, Miranda Lambert, and Eric Church. Stagecoach averaged around 80,000 attendees on each day of the event, marking another successful weekend for the annual country party. One of the festival's most special moments included Post Malone, who has recently rejuvenated himself into the country genre, joining Morgan Wallen on stage for a collaborative performance, igniting the thousands of country fans. That wraps up the entertainment update for today. Now back to you, Kyle and Jonathan.
Thanks, Gavin. Now it's time for the latest in sports.
In the past few years, Major League Baseball has seen very two-sided free agency spending periods from MLB teams. Sergio Gonzalez has more on the issue.
Arguments have been made to form a salary cap to prevent teams from spending more than others. This conversation has been a hot topic with the Los Angeles Dodgers' high-spending offseason this past winter.
Money, it definitely helps, but it doesn't buy championships. I mean, the Angels were able to afford Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani at the same time, and they didn't win anything with them.
Only 4 current MLB teams hold a projected payroll of over $200 million for 2024. On the other hand, 4 teams sit in the 8-digit figures in payroll, with the Oakland Athletics at the lowest, a $59 million tally.
Knowing that the owners spend a lot of money, it shows that they care about their fans and want a good product on the field, compared to a team that's not spending enough like the Oakland A's.
The argument can be made to minimize spending, though more spending is inclusive towards growing the game. In the past, the Major League Baseball Players Association has rejected the notion of a salary cap, remaining the only major American sport to not include a cap.
Fans of the Los Angeles Angels can be described as victims of ownership lacking investment and willingness to spend, hence losing a star and two-way player Shohei Ohtani.
Given that all 30 MLB teams are given the equal opportunity to pursue talent in the league, there is no excuse to investing in and improving a franchise.
A salary floor would grow the game exponentially in creating more viewership for each MLB team.
In Fullerton, California, Sergio Gonzalez, CSUF News.
Thanks, Sergio. Los Angeles has been named one of the host cities for the 2026 FIFA World Cup tournament.
That's right. As preparations begin, fans all over the LA area have been expressing their excitement for the World Cup. SoFi Stadium in Inglewood was announced as the Los Angeles venue where matches will be played. SoFi Stadium owner Stan Kroenke released this statement, which expresses the excitement of having the best players coming to this town and stadium to showcase their nation's colors. Fans are also expressing the same emotions.
When I heard the news, I was extremely excited. I mean, scale 1 to 10, I'm probably a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I do plan on attending 2 of the games at least. USA and hopefully my home country, Portugal.
The excitement level is pretty high. I'm pretty excited to go. It's just one of my favorite things that I like to see every 4 years. That's what I'm just waiting for.
On the other hand, there are some residents who have expressed some worries about the World Cup coming to Los Angeles, as an already busy city will just be getting busier.
I think for traffic, it will probably cause a lot of strain because there's not that much train infrastructure in the city already, and we already have traffic as it is. So I think that with all the people that are trying to commute and all the visitors, I think it'll have a real toll on the surrounding communities.
SoFi Stadium currently does not meet the FIFA field requirements. Host committee member Kevin DeMoff announced that there will be renovation plans that will be installed to meet the required standard before the World Cup's kickoff. These renovations are expected to be completed before the 2024 Copa America tournament. The first World Cup match that will be played in Los Angeles will be on June 12th, 2026.
And that's all the time we have today. Once again, I'm Kyle McCarran.
And I'm Jonathan Mansour. Thank you for watching CSUF News, and goodbye.